Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bedrock Kingdom. My name is Slick and this is the series we're playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So let's see, last episode we finished off our big slime farm and that's really been cranking out a lot of slime balls for us. So we'll be using those in lots of upcoming projects. Let's see, in between episodes I started putting walls up all the way up to here, and they're still very plain. It's a work in progress. I'm gonna have to add a lot more detail work, but you know, just trying to get things laid out the way I'm gonna want them in the final design. So it's a never-ending process. So I'll keep cranking away on this and bring you guys along as we make more progress. Another thing, in between episodes, I got the outside of that tower finished off. As far as the basic structure, we've still got a lot of detail work to do to it, but before I go any further with the detail, I want to get all these walls planned out. So that's the hold up there. So I feel like I've gotten to a good point to stop until I get the walls done, and then we'll figure out how the roof is gonna tie into it. Psst. And it's raining, dude. It rains here a lot. I tell you what. Let's see. One other thing. Well, let's talk about the project of the day. Today, we're gonna build an iron farm. Finally, because we got a bunch of slime balls, and those are necessary for building sticky pistons for lots of farms that we're going to be building in the near future, but iron is also a necessity. And unfortunately, in Bedrock Edition, there's not a lot of productive farms out there, so we're restricted to the, you know, half a stack to a stack per hour iron farm. So that's what I've actually done most of the building on. I'll show you that shortly, but as you all know, before we can have an iron farm, we need lots of villagers. So I took our villagers and confined them to this little breeding cell here. This is actually part of a design from another of Silent Whisperer's designs, which I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can check that out. Look at this, it's raining inside. How crazy is that? But only in F5. Huh. Check that out. Gotta love bedrock bugs, right? Yeah. There, you guys saw it on camera. Weird. Anyways, so this thing's been cranking out some villagers, and I set up a little tunnel, and my plan was to have them go to the nether, so we have nice clean villagers to build our farm with. And yeah, I wasn't smart enough to get the nether portals to link properly, and it wasn't until after I started digging out a big long tunnel that, you know, I learned that in Bedrock Edition, apparently the Y value sometimes matters. Sometimes it doesn't matter, sometimes it does matter. So yeah, I just went ahead and built a tunnel that leads from there all the way over, just over 100 blocks to where our iron farm is going to be. So let me grab this horse, and we will head over there, and I'll show you the progress that I've made. So I'll leave links to the villager breeder and also the iron farm. I believe, I don't want to pronounce this wrong, but Silent Whisperer made a video on his iron farm and gave the credit to a guy, I believe, named Pico Nico. So credit goes to him, and also Silent for sharing the video. But if we look here, I've got this little water elevator that goes down. And I'll show you the progress I've made so far. So it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but here we go. Oh man, it's a slime chunk. That's lovely. Okay. So before we were so rudely interrupted, I believe I was talking about how this is not the prettiest thing in the world, but, you know, it'll get the job done, and it doesn't, at least it's not just, you know, rough stone and whatnot and dirt. If you look up here, I do need to finish off that ceiling. That's going to be a project that I work on in the future. I just need to get some more bone meal so I can make more white concrete and finish off that ceiling. So I've built this thing up exactly the way that that Silent Whisperer describes in his video, up to the point where now it's time to start putting in beds and villagers. So I did go ahead and chunk align this, and I could have swore that this was not a slime chunk, but apparently it is a slime chunk. So I'm not worried about that, because once we have all the water in and everything else, I'm not concerned that we're gonna have any slime spawning down here. Oh, No, I know what it is. We're not in a slime chunk. We are in a swamp biome. That's what it is. This is a swamp biome right here. In this corner, I believe. So yeah, that's what that's from. That's how we got a slime here. So yeah, once we get all the water in, that's not going to be a problem. So I'm going to get some beds together. Ooh, check out this view. I'm going to get some beds together and bring you guys along for the fun of putting all the villagers in this bad boy. And we're back. So there are all of our beds, and now it's time to get our villagers in here. So I'm not sure if we have enough villagers yet. If we come over here, there we go. There are all of our villagers. Let's see if we can get a count of how many we've got. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, looks like we probably have enough villagers. So now we just need to get them down here. All right, so now we've gotten all of our villagers out here, and now we're just waiting for them to start filing into their beds. I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and remove this wall so they can more easily pathfind to their beds. All right, that took entirely way longer than I care to admit. So now let's see if I can figure out this process, okay? So from what I recall watching that video, what we need to do is figure out who the leader is. So it looks like it is this guy. Give me that bell back. Hey, down here. So now, to make sure that he's really the leader, let's wake him up. We're gonna place the bell again, break it again. Didn't see particles that time. Storm cloud particles, yep, same guy. So now we need to log out and log back in multiple times and try this over and over again. So I'm gonna do that and make sure that this guy is really the leader. And just like that, after 4 Minecraft days of work, I believe it's done, and we've got ourselves our first... Hey, what'd you hit me for? Ow? Why are you mad at me for? Get some of that. Hopefully they're not all like that. So yeah, finally, after 4 days of 4 Minecraft days of playing with these villagers, we got it sorted out. So now we just need to get the water streams in here and the lava to push the iron golem to the end. So I know that our buddy Silent Whisperer had a fancy way of doing the water so that way it didn't all link together, but I don't think I'm as good as he is, so I'm going to cheat and do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm just going to put these blocks out, mark my spot so I don't mess up, and we'll just do one of these alternating every other block. We take the source block from the one previous. There we go, just like that. We have one in the corner, yes we do. just like that. And then for our corners here, punch these blocks out like so. Put one on top to push outwards. Did I break that thing? Yeah, that one and the one under it. There we go. And now let's do these other corners. There we go, and there is our iron golem farm all set up. Ah, fun times, fun times. Let's put these buckets away. And if we look down here, I've got this little tunnel that goes underneath everybody. And this is where all the drops are collected. For right now, I'm just gonna leave them in this chest, and also you can see, hopefully you've all seen his video by now. If not, make sure you watch it after this one. But all the cats are gonna get stored in there, so that way we don't, you know, have a whole bunch of lag from spawning tons and tons of cats. They'll all just stay right there. So yeah, so the next thing we need to do is turn these guys into something worthwhile. This guy, you know, obviously is useless, but we need him to make the village, you know, to make the iron farm work. So let's see if we can get some somewhat decent trades out of these. Alright, so that one goes there, which means he is the leader. Actually, don't want that. Let's make him a farmer. Yep, he's gonna be a farmer. Let's see. Maybe I could just put this down here, if that'll. Alright, so he turned into our farmer. Now let's see who gets this lectern. This guy. Alright. If he's got anything worth looking. Can't see what the trade is yet. That stinks. Looting 3. Punch 1. Alright, so we're just gonna keep placing these until we get a decent trade, and I'm not gonna stop until I get mending, because I need it. And there we go, there is our mending villager. So I'm gonna go grab some emeralds and a book and lock this guy in. Be right back. Alright, so I used some paper and locked all these guys in. Now I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of these guys and try and get some more decent librarian trades. There goes our first iron golem kill. Oh, finally. Let's get down there. 1 whole iron ingot. Oh, 4. Ooh, we're fancy. There we go. Proof of concept. This thing works. Alright, now back to coming up with good trades. Finally, after many, many days, Minecraft days that is, of trading with these guys, this is what I've come up with. We've got this guy with Unbreaking 3. I don't think I'm gonna bother like zombifying and curing all these guys. Just because later we're gonna build a much bigger villager trading hall. This is just to get us through in the meantime. So Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, Fortune 3. We've got this guy as a stone cutter, so that way I can get ready access to plenty of emeralds and also potentially get some quartz. I think these guys might give you quartz blocks later. I'll find that out. Mending. Sad thing is this guy trades for 26 emeralds, and I had 2 other mending guys show up after I had already locked this guy in for 10 and 12 emeralds. But, you know, I didn't need 3 mending villagers, and I can't kill any of these guys because I have exactly how many I need to make this iron farm work. So yeah, we'll just stick with that guy. Protection 4, looting 3, and power 5. So yeah, and let's see how much iron I gained in the amount of time it took to do all of that. 50. Yeah. Oh, here comes another one right now. $55. Well, due to some technical difficulties, it is now the very next day. Last time we left off, we had just gotten 55 iron ingots from this farm, and we were down in the little trench. So I spent some time trading with these guys and getting our emeralds up and getting some levels, and I fell down this little trench like a bunch, and it was really ugly, and I was just really tired of it. So I decided to rework the collection system a bit, and now we've just got that going straight into a water stream, which runs right under here. Let's see if I can get a good view here. Yeah, see? So it just runs into this water stream, which goes down behind this wall and into a piece of soul sand, which pushes all the items up into a hopper and into this chest. And as you can see, yeah, we've got a lot more than 55, and we've got another one coming right now. Get you some, dude. I don't know where this concrete goes. Somewhere underground, I'm sure. So yeah, I let this run all night. Actually, I just left it AFK overnight, and it's been, say, 12 hours, roughly 12 hours, and this is what we've accumulated in the course of 12 hours plus the hour. You know, after about an hour, we had 55. It's been 12 hours since then, so that's how much we've gotten in 12 hours. So definitely horrible rates compared to some of the Java iron farms that I've had, and I've never built any of the really good ones. But yeah, I guess for Bedrock, that's not too shabby. But unfortunately, I know that this is a shorter episode than usual, but that is all the time we're going to have for today. If you like it, please click that like button, consider subscribing, share this video with your friends, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a great night.